Today on the channel, we take a trip on the ship to the land of the Mandalorian with Migs Mayfield and Axe Woves.
The spirit of the warrior will run forever!
Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel for another Star Wars Black Series unboxing and review. And today on the channel from The Mandalorian, we've got Migs Mayfield and we've got Axe Woves. But remember, for all your Star Wars Black Series needs and a whole lot more, make sure you're hitting up Zavi. Yes, Zavi. Use discount code Kyle Peterson to save 10%. Got to get a deal out there. And we return to the Star Wars Black Series as we slowly piece some of these units together. Played a little long game on some of the Star Wars stuff, as you guys know. That is my New Year's resolution in 2023. But of course, one thing that's not going to change in 2023 is how we do these videos. As of course, we're going to take a look at the packaging, we're going to talk about it, we're going to unbox it, we're going to talk about it, we're going to see where it goes from there. So let's start it off with old Axe Woves, the Forgotten Mandalorian, as he is known. The girls really took his spotlight. I think all of his spotlight in The Mandalorian. He was just kind of felt like a background guy to me. But, you know, some people need him, and you definitely need him to build out your Mandalorian team from The Mandalorian. We'll bring those gals out later on in this very video. And there's Axe Woves, looking only like a Mandalorian would look if he was in the Black Series in the Mandalorian line at this point in time in 2023. So there it is, Star Wars Black Series. Looking good, big plastic window for now. Nothing fun on the side here. Of course, you got that big mural. I was saving all my boxes. I had them all up on top of one of my detolfs kind of going along. And I finally said, you know what? I'm giving up the fight. It's not worth it. I'm not going to display these anymore. And I got rid of them all. Recycled every single one of them. That's what I did. So there you go. On the back, of course, we got the back. We'll read the blurb. Got the glamour shot. Nothing too fun down below. Let's see what it says about old Axe Woves. Don't call him Axe Wolves. I know we want to, but it's Woves. He is a skilled warrior. Axe Woves is loyal to Bo-Katan and is a member of the band of Clan Crazy. Mandalorian striking back at the Imperial Remnant. So there you go. We saw her and his story arc in, of course, The Mandalorian. See you later. Goodbye. Double plastic prison time for Axe Woves. Love the blue against the gray. Always looks really good. See you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style. Bam. See you later. Goodbye. And then pop these out. What do we got with the old Axe one? The old Axe Woves. Got to be careful with that helmet. You don't want to break that antenna. There it is. Whew, close one. Close one. Gotta always be careful. Get him out of the old plastic prison here. See you later up high. Goodbye. All right, let's look at these accessories first. See what's doing, see what's going on. And we do get the old Mandalorian pistol. Pretty standard Mandalorian weapon. This one's got a little bit more paint than the ones we've seen in the past before. It's got the black against the nice silver. Before, I believe, it was just like straight gray color. So a little difference there in the old weapon. Only one, though. Only one pistol for him. That's hard times. That's hard times out there. They only give him one weapon. Of course, you got the old jetpack going on right here. We've seen this, of course, with Boba Fett and many other Mandalorians over the years. Plugs into the back, G.I. Joe style. Nice blue color, nice silver highlights, silver accents throughout. Looks fairly nice. Of course, you get a little articulation at the bottom there, but not a lot to write home. Nothing firing, nothing like that, but it is a nice backpack. Then you do get the figure, but of course you get the helmet, and the helmet for the Mandalorian, of course, all the craze. Always looking good. Got some dings, got some dents on it. It's a guy that's seen some use. He's seen some time out on the battlefield. Looks really good. The blue, the nice ring around the top in gray. A little smoky gray and black into the mask, into the visor. Of course, that does fold down like we see traditionally with these figures, but a very, very nice helmet on him. Now we got Axe Woves, the action figure here, and what do we got going on? He almost looks like the old Punisher, John Bernthal. He kind of has that look to him a little bit, and I'm not familiar with the actor. As you guys know, most actors I'm not super familiar with, but he definitely looks okay. It looks like the guy from the show, I would say. A close enough depiction is what we get from Hasbro. But articulation-wise, the arms do go around. I always love it. These shoulder pads do move out of the way to give you that articulation. And it's important because we don't get a ton of articulation with our Star Wars figures compared to some other lines. You get the trigger hand up and down. Of course, you get the side-to-side and up and down single-jointed elbows, side-to-side at the waist. Or at the hula hoop, it looks like at the waist, nothing at the traditional waist. He does got those big old Axe Woves splits he does when he's on the balance beams, things like that. Thigh cut on this one, and then you get the side to side at the knees, single jointed knees. Do you get a boot cut? Nope, no boot cut. ankle side to side, up and down. So we get the usual Star Wars articulation here. Does got his nice vest plate as well. Got a lot of dings and things like that. He's seen the battlefield. He's seen the wars out there. The blue really does pop. You got a little bit of brown in the midsection that looks fairly good. Black boots on him. Got nice blue knee pads. Then you got the gray, smoky gray charcoal color thigh guards. And he does got some dings in those, so he's been shot a few times. He does got a holster for his weapon on the side. It almost looks like a sheath for a knife, but it does fit his weapon. I'm going to have him loaded for bear. He's going to be ready to go. But it looks good. It's a Mandalorian figure, all about those Mandalorian army builders. I guess technically you could probably buy multiples of him and just have him as an army builder if you really wanted to. But does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle, save 10%, and look at that. He fits perfectly on there. Sure, the backpack plugs in very easily as well. Maybe. Yeah, there you go. Fits right on there, so that looks pretty good. Of course, you got to have Bo-Katan and Casca Reeves. Of course, everybody needs a little Sasha Banks in their life, especially if you're in New Japan Pro Wrestling. But you do got the Mandalorian tribe being built out here. Very cool to always complete teams, get some team action going on. I'm here for that. I don't care what toy line we're talking. If it's Star Wars, Marvel Legends, wrestling, whatever it is, I am here for it. Looks really good to me to get all the Mandalorians out there. So very cool to get that. Now we turn our attention to a guy that's no stranger to the Mandalorian series. Of course, Migs Mayfield. This is our second go around the sun with his figure. And I have to say, a lot like we talked about recently on the channel with Hasbro and G.I. Joe Bazooka. Probably smart to put out the Tiger Force one first, make everybody buy it because they want Bazooka, it's the shiny new toy, then give the classic OG one 6 months later. Pretty good play there. And I think the same thing a little bit with Migs Mayfield here, as we got one prior, but it was not one we wanted. Now we finally get the one we did want. So it made people buy that first one saying, well, I just need it. It's new. It's Migs Mayfield. I'll get it. And then, of course, 6 months later, bam, here you go. Hasbro, we're on to your patterns. We've caught your patterns there, Hasbro. But this is the one everybody wanted from the old Smuggler's Run and all that kind of stuff. Like a modern-day Han Solo in some ways. But Migs Mayfield looking really good there. Got the orange Mandalorian-style packaging, of course. On the side, there it is. I forgot to read what number Axe Woves was. I forgot, so that's a mistake on my part. He is number 27, Migs Mayfield. I'll have to look later on the box, I guess. On the back here, of course, you get the blurb, the glamour shot, all the jibber-jabber at the bottom. Nothing too much going on right there. But a fairly good-looking figure as far as the eye can see so far. Let's see, Migs Mayfield, a hot-headed ex-Imperial sharpshooter. Migs Mayfield was once the smart-mouthed leader of a gang of criminals. And we've gotten some of his criminals. Hopefully we get the whole team. Once again, you guys know I'm all about building out those teams. There it is. Migs, see you later. Goodbye. Double plastic prison, playing all the hits for now. There it is. See you later. Goodbye. Spider-Man style. Bam. See you later. And then the regular plastic prison. Pull Migs out. We got a lot going on with him, especially in the weapons department. We get 4 blasters. Man, I'm here for that. Here for that all day long. 4 little pistol action here for him. I believe maybe they connect to his backpack. We'll see what happens. See you later. Whoa, off the screen. That always could have went south. Sometimes we knock the camera over, as you guys know. We did talk about the rest of his criminals. We got his little droid friend right there. Got to have that out for sure. He does look good. And then, of course, I do got the other Migs Mayfield. This is the one that was the very cheap, easy repaint. A lot of people were not so fond of, I would say, to put it mildly. I would think that's a fair assessment. But let's go through this figure a little bit. We do get that backpack. I guess it already has the blaster stuck into it, but you got nice articulation on that. Moves up and down and all around. Very cool backpack there. So you get another little firing thing, a little surprise for somebody. Looks really good, so I do like that. That is a pretty cool one. Very much like in the show, of course. We get the backpack there. Then we do get 4 blaster pistols. So they all seem to be the exact same thing, which makes a lot of sense, if you ask me. But a nice little pistol times 4. And then he's got 1, 2, 3, 4 holsters on him. So guess what? You can store everything very G.I. Joe styled. I do like that. All right, let's look at Migs Mayfield here. This is definitely the one version everybody wanted. It's okay to get this one. I'm just happy we got this one and fairly recent because it does look really good. Definitely looks like Bill Burr. Isn't that the actor's name? I'm knowing more from the comedian time frame before, but he definitely looks good. I'm guessing they used the same head. It looks a little different, but that could just be some painting going on there, but it does look like the same ears, of course, the same bald head. Very peach skin tone. I guess there's not a lot of sun up there in space, so I guess you're not getting too tan, but he is very peachy, but you got a nice beard in there. Definitely looks enough like him. I think if somebody grabbed you this head, you would know who it is. I think that is a fair assessment. Do we get the neck articulation? We do get neck articulation and head articulation on him. That's one thing we see a lot more and more with Star Wars, which Star Wars doesn't always wow us with the articulation, but they do in that department. So give it up to the Hasbro team there. Arms do go all the way around, single jointed elbows side to side, trigger hand up and down, of course. You do get a waist articulation. Nope, no waist, but you do get the hula hoop articulation. He can do a little bit of split stuff if he needs to jump somebody in space, of course. Thigh cut, yes. Knees, single, side to side, and then ankles back and forth, up and down. This one feels really good in hand, too. We always talk about that. Sometimes figures feel just really nice, very movable in your hand, and that's how this one feels to me. Very, very nice. Love all the extra sculpting, like on the boots there. It looks really good. All the pockets and stuff throughout. He's got the big old vest harness going on. That's got to weigh you down, but he can store all of his weapons, of course, put his backpack in the back. He's ready, loaded for bear. Got kind of a nice little brown undershirt against like the blue thermal underneath. Got the gloves on, the brown boots. Just an all-around really, really good-looking figure. I do like this one. I really do like this one. This is better than expected, and I've had my ups and downs with Star Wars in 2022, and 2023 starting off to a little bit of a mixed bag, but I would say so far, this is probably my favorite figure of 2023 from the Star Wars brand that we've unboxed. We've only unboxed like 6 figures so far. For those keeping track at home, but this does look really good. The backpack, the extra weapons, good face look, just really, really like this one, so I'm happy to report. Does he fit on a ringside collectible stand? Use discount code Kyle. Save yourself 10%, playing all the hits with ringside collectibles, and of course he fits right there like a glove, so looking really, really good. Not a bad way to go to market here in this video. 2 very good figures, 2 figures I could easily justify being in my collection, 2 that were needed to fill out some teams, fill out some universes. Slam dunk right here if you ask me. But what say you? I'm asking you. What do you think about these 2? Picking and choosing, picking them both, passing on them both. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Of course, you made it this far. Don't forget to like the video. Subscribe to the channel, turn on the old notification bell, and to get early access to video like this, especially Star Wars videos, to get early access, become a member of the old Patreon. You also get bonus content, Q&As, giveaways, you name it, a lot going on over there, and best of all, you do support the channel. You can also support the channel over at ProWrestlingTees.com, search Kyle Peterson, and don't forget to hit me up and follow along on social media at SirPaul64 over there on Twitter, Instagram, _Kyle_Peterson. So for Axe Woves and Migs Mayfield, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.